Since my hair got cut and dyed,
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Myra. If you are new here, hello baby, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, please show some love, hit the notification bell to activate Myra Studio. Okay, today I am going to be showing you how I was able to create this trending TikTok Koroba braids. Alright guys, I'll go ahead and unravel these chunky twists I did prior to this protective style. So I did this basically to stretch my natural hair and prepare my natural hair for this protective style. Now after unraveling the hair, what I will do is I'll go ahead and grab my spray bottle of water and then spray the hair. Okay, and then grab my big comb the hair just like so. I'll comb the hair to detangle the hair, and then grab my scrunchie, hold the front of the hair, I mean the middle of the hair with my scrunchie, and then move on to the back of my natural hair. So I'll grab my rat tail comb and then take a section of the hair in the back. So we want our line to, you know, to appear very neat. You know, we are doing braids, so I'm trying my best to make my lines very neat, if that makes sense. And then after taking the section, I'll hold the rest of the hair upwards with my clips and then grab my big comb again and comb the hair. Okay, so I have my wristband, the band for holding gel on my wrist. So these are the braid extension I'll be using for our braids. So this is the easy braid. I have 8 packs, color 1B. I'll go ahead and take 1 pack of the braid extension and then remove the extension from the pack. Okay, and then after removing the extension, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove take some strands from the braid extension and then grab my shining jam gel. You'll see it very soon. So this is my shining jam gel. So I'll grab the shining jam gel and then apply some of the shining jam gel to the hair in the back. So I'll apply the gel on the line to make the line very neat, and then grab my comb the hair just like that, and grab the rattle comb, go over the lines again. Okay, so we want our lines to be to appear neat. And then after taking the section, I'll hold the rest of the hair upwards as usual with some clips, and then grab the rattle comb again and then take a section of the hair. So I'll take a box, if that makes sense, of the hair. So after taking the section of the hair, I'll hold the rest of the hair again with some clips so that it can allow me to work, and then start working. So I'll apply the gel, comb the hair, apply the gel, and then start braiding. So I'm doing here, I don't want to achieve the traditional box braid, but rather I want the root to be knotless, if that makes sense, like a knotless braid, you know. So after dividing the hair into 3, I'll start braiding from the root and then grab 1 strand of the extension, add it to the hair, braid, keep adding or feeding the hair with the extension. Please, I hope you understand it. Okay, so I'll keep feeding my natural hair with the extension and then continue braiding. So after feeding my natural hair with the extension, I'll continue braiding till I get to the very end. Yeah, so if you want the size of your braid to be bigger, you can increase the sizes of the strands of the braid extension, the strands of the braid extension. Okay, so I'll grab a strand of the braid extension like this, add it to the hair, and then keep braiding. For me, I prefer longer braids, so whilst I'm braiding, as I said earlier, I'll grab a strand of the braid extension or some strands of the braid extension and then add it to the hair and keep braiding until I get the length I want. So the length depends on how you want it. If you want it shoulder length, that's fine. If you want it longer, you can continue feeding the hair with the braid extension. I hope that makes sense. Okay, now we've done with the first one, so I did the rest of the braids off camera. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the gel, put it on the wristband, and then grab my spray bottle of water, spray the hair because the hair was getting dry. After removing the scrunchie from my hair, I'll spray the hair, and then take my rattle comb and divide the hair into two. Now after dividing the hair into two, I'll grab some of the gel like that and then apply the gel on the line, right? Okay, to make the line neat, you know, and then grab the rattle comb again, go over the line again, right? Yes, because we want our lines to be, you know, to appear very neat. You know, if your braids are neat, it looks beautiful. Okay, now after dividing the hair into two, I'll hold the rest of the hair in front of my head with my scrunchie, and then grab my big comb again, comb the hair. Okay, then grab my rattle comb again, then take a section of the hair, I mean the hair in the middle or in the back, whatever. So I'll take a section of the hair, apply gel, and then hold the rest of the hair with a clip. Then I'll grab my extension, take some strands of the extensions just like so. Okay, I mean I'll take some strands of the extension, that's what I mean. Okay, then here I'm going to hold the hair, divide the hair into three. So we are doing knotless knotless braids. We want the root to be knotless. We don't want that traditional box braid, you know. So after dividing the hair into three, I'll start braiding with the three strands of my natural hair, and then add the extension, I mean the strands of the extension to the hair. So I'll feed in my natural hair with the extension. Okay, so this is just like feeding braids, right? Okay, so I'll keep feeding the hair, my natural hair, with the strands of the extension. Okay, now as I said earlier, I prefer my braids, I mean I prefer longer braids. So whilst I'm braiding, I'll continue feeding the hair, I mean my the hair with the strands of the braid extension until I get the length I want. If you don't want it longer, that's fine, you can make it short, I mean you can make it shoulder length, right? Okay, so I'll continue feeding the hair with the braid extension to get the length I want. So here I am just feeding the adding a strand of the braid extension to the hair to extend the length of the braid, right? Then when I finish doing that, I'll continue braiding until I get to the very end. Now the very end, I mean the very end, I twisted the end of the braids. I hope that makes sense. I mean I twisted the ends of the braids. Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay guys, so let's do it again. So what I'm going to do is I'll remove the scrunchie from my hair, okay, and then grab my spray bottle of water, spray the hair to make it soft or easy to work with, and then grab my rattle comb, divide the hair into two. Okay, so the front, we are going to divide the front into two equal parts, just like that. And then after dividing the hair, I'll grab some of the gel, apply the gel on the line or to the line, whatever, to make it neat, and then go over the line again. Yeah, I mean I'll go over the line again with my rattle comb. You know, we want our lines to be you know, to be neat. Okay, now after going over the line with my rattle comb, I'll grab my big comb and then comb the hair in front to make it soft and easy to work with, right? Okay, now after combing the hair in front, what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist the hair, put the hair into one chunky twist, and then after twisting all the way to the very end, I'll grab a clip to hold the hair so that the twist will not unravel, right? Okay, then we'll move on to the hair, the rest of the hair in the middle. So I'll grab my rattle comb just like so and take a section of the hair and hold the rest of the hair with a clip so that it can allow me to work with this one. Okay, now I'll comb the hair, apply gel, and then start braiding. So I'll do about, let's say, 3 or 4 or 5 times braiding from the roots, and then after braiding I'll feed the hair with a strand or with some strands of the braid extension. So after doing after braiding from the roots, grab your strands or your strand of the braid extension, add it to the hair, braid, grab another one, add it to the hair, keep braiding. So you're going to feed your hair with the braid extension, and then after feeding the hair with the braid extension, you continue on braiding all the way to the very end. I mean, if you want your braid to be longer, continue feeding in until you get the length that you want. Okay, if you want it shorter, you can make it shorter, right? Okay, now this is the last one. Now I'll grab my rattle comb, take a section of the hair, and then start braiding. So after taking the section, I'll grab my big comb the hair, and then hold the rest of the hair with a clip just like that, and then apply gel. Now after applying the gel, I'll do about 3, 4, 5 times braiding from the root, and then start feeding the hair with some strands of the braid extension. I hope that makes sense. Okay, if you didn't get the method I applied, I have how to do knotless braids here on this channel. I'll put the link of that video in the description box for you so that you can check it, okay, and watch it, and then learn how you can also do knotless braids, right? Okay, yeah, as I said earlier, this is the last hair I'm braiding, so I'll continue braiding all the way to the very end. Then when I get to the very end, I mean the very end, what I'll do is I'll twist the very end just like this. Okay, now after braiding the entire hair, I'll hold the hair backwards, or the hair backwards, with my scrunchie. I had 26 braids in my head. Yes, I just counted. I had 26 braids in my head. Guys, for me, I felt like this is the most difficult part of the braids. So I started doing the swirls off camera, some of the swirls off camera, to see if I'll be able to do it. So I started practicing off camera. So you are going to secure your thread well. So you tie a knot at the end of the thread, and then I'll cut the excess thread away with my scissors, and then grab one strand of the braid extension, the braid, I mean why am I saying braid extension? Anyway, I'll grab one strand of the braid, and then remove the flyaways with my scissors, and then start swirling. I mean, start doing the swirls. So I started the swirls from the end of the braid. So start rolling from the end like this, and then when you roll, then you sew. So the first row that you do, you just sew with your thread and needle. Okay, so as you are rolling, when you roll to a point, then you sew. You roll to a point, you sew. Yeah, so I'm securing this well so that it doesn't unravel. So when you roll, and then you sew. Okay, so roll it like this. Okay, and then you sew with your thread and needle. I hope it makes sense. Okay, so roll it like this, keep rolling, roll, and then you sew, so that your swirl will be very firm. Okay, so you roll it like this, and then you sew with your thread and needle, right? Okay, so you roll and you sew, roll and sew. So when you do this, after sewing, I mean, you will notice that your swirls are well secured, right? Okay, the front, I wanted the front to, I mean the swirls to end on my forehead, the temple of my forehead, right? Okay, so after sewing, what you are going to do is you are going to tie the thread, or secure the swirls, or tie a knot with the thread to secure the swirls, right? Okay, yeah, I will keep sewing until I get to where I want the swirls to end, and then when I finish, yeah, here I was just checking to see if I'm doing the right thing. Then after sewing, I'll cut the thread with my scissors, and then tie a knot at the end, so that I'm doing this to secure the swirls, so that the thread will not unravel. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so secure the thread well, and then after securing the thread well, I'll cut the excess thread with my scissors. Okay, now let's do it again. So you are going to grab the end of the braid, I mean you are going to grab the end of the braid, and then you start rolling from the end. Start rolling. Now when you roll to a point, grab your thread and needle, and then you sew just like this. Okay, so when you roll to a point, then you sew. So roll like this, okay, roll, 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 roll like this, okay, roll, roll, roll like this, and then grab your thread and needle and then start sewing. So you sew, okay, so you roll, roll, and then you sew just like this, okay. So you roll and then you sew. So I continue doing this until I finish. So you roll to where you want the swirls to end. Now I wanted some of these swirls to be shorter and some to be longer. I hope that makes sense, so that I can get I can get a style, right? Okay, now after sewing, what you are going to do is you are going to create a knot to secure a knot with a thread to secure the swirl. So create a knot like this, okay, to secure the swirl so that it doesn't unravel. Okay, and then when you finish, when you finish tying, creating the knot, you are going to cut the excess thread with your scissors. Now you are going to do it for the last time. So grab your braid, and then from the end of the braid, you are going to start rolling. So you roll just like this, roll to a point, and then with your thread and needle start sewing to secure the swirls, right? You don't want your swirl to unravel. So roll, roll, and then you sew. Okay, you roll and then you sew. Very easy but a little difficult. So you roll and then you sew. Now as you are rolling or as you are sewing, please make sure that you don't hurt yourself with the needle, okay? You don't want to end up hurting yourself with the needle. So you sew, continue sewing, you roll and then you sew, you roll and then you sew. Then when you finish, you secure the swirl by creating a knot to secure the swirls, to make it very firm so that it doesn't unravel, and then you cut the excess thread away, right? Okay, now after doing our swirls, what I'm going to do is I'll grab my ORS olive oil egg jelly, and then with the help of my edge brush I got from my beauty supply store to lay my edges, and then grab my Cantu hair mousse. Apply the mousse on the body of the braids to lay all the excess flyaways, and then put on my head wrap and go and do my makeup for, let's say, for 1 hour. And yeah, this is basically the end of today's tutorial. Let me know if I did well. Let me know if you love this video. Let me know if you love these Koroba braids, and let me know if you are going to try this trending TikTok Koroba braids. Thank you all so much for watching. Please comment, share, subscribe. See you all in my next one. I'll show you 4 simple ways to style these braids, okay? Thank you. See you all. Bye. Mwah.
Hands are tied, hands are tied. 'Cause he's got those stranger eyes, stranger eyes, stranger eyes. And he could be what I like, what I like, what I like. But he's got those stranger eyes, stranger eyes, stranger eyes. He could be what I like, what I like, what I like. But he's got those stranger eyes, stranger eyes, stranger eyes. like my hands are tied, hands are tied, hands are tied. 'Cause he's got those stranger eyes, stranger eyes, stranger eyes. And he could be what I like, what I like, what I like. But he's got those stranger eyes, stranger eyes, stranger eyes. Day in, day out, it's the same road we're walking down. Same job, same town. 'Cause we've been told that's the way our world goes round. Walking on the grounds we've always known, stepping on the footprints in the snow. But when it melts, the other ways will show. We're